Hello, yoga friends. Welcome to this short practice focusing on our side body. You could come along with me in the Spotify playlist if you like. We are going to begin seated. We're going to sit up nice and tall. You could begin by closing your eyes or coming into a soft gaze. And noticing the breath and let it extend into our sides of our rib cage. So we inhale, expanding the rib cage. You can stay here for a moment or come with me in opening up and warming up the spine. So, side to side undulations. See if you can really reach the rib cage over. Could move the head around, warming up the neck. And when you're ready, we're going to bring it back to center. We're going to take our arms out, palms down, and then find your hand on the ground. Now you could bend into that supporting arm to come a little bit deeper into a side bend, and then notice the hip on the other side, rooting down, engaging that arm over your head. Nice, strong reach. And then pressing into the hand, coming the other way. Just notice the reach. And we're going to do that one more time on each side. Pressing in, letting the arm soften, planting the hand, bending into the elbow if you like, and then lengthening the arm and bringing it nice and strong. Take a deep breath in, other side, one more time. Bringing it back to center. We're going to reach one arm across, and I want you to turn your head so it's looking over the front shoulder. And then bring your chin towards your chest a little bit and see if you can open up the side of the neck. Take some deep breaths. Bringing your head up first, unwinding the spine, arm comes to the other side, looking over that front shoulder, chin towards your shoulder. Nice and gentle. Take a deep breath in, bring your head back to center first, and then bring your hands back to center. Take a deep inhalation. We're going to bring our hands back and then squeeze your shoulder blades and look up towards the sky, opening up the front of the chest. Take a deep breath in, bring it back to center. We're going to take our spine long and bring it over. So forward folding, your fingers could be on the mat maybe. You could inch them forward a little bit. And then walk your hands back, pressing to rise. We're going to come over and onto all fours, coming into our downward facing dog. So planting your hands nice and strongly into the mat, curling your toes, pressing up and back. tailbone up to the sky. We're going to take the right leg up into the air, and we're going to bring the knee towards the outer elbow. And then we're going to bring it back. And I don't want you to just throw your leg up into the sky because then you might hurt your low back. So make sure that you just reach it out and maybe just a little bit up, but you keep the strength in the leg. Nice and slow and controlled. Now, can you take it across the body to the opposite elbow? You could always drop your knee and do this on all fours. Two more across body. One more across body. Now this leg that's up in the sky is going to step forward between the hands, and we're going to drop the back knee. Uncurling the toes, coming up. We're going to bring our arms up. You can reach around and grab your left hand, and then side bend towards the front leg. Bending into your front knee, opening up the back hip. Take a deep breath in, bring it back up. We're going to bring our hands down. We're going to step the front leg back, curling the back toes. Downward dog. Left leg comes up into the sky. Bend at the knee, draw it in towards the chest. Breathe. Exhale forward. 4 times. And then we'll do 4 times across. Cross the body 2 more times. Last one. This leg that's up in the sky gets to step through between the hands, and then we're going to drop the back knee, bring the top of the foot down, bring it up, reach over with the left hand, grabbing the right arm and side bending towards the front. Front leg, side bend. Breathe. Take a deep breath in, bring it back to center. We're going to bring it down. We're going to step that leg back. Curl your toes, come into your downward facing dog. And this time we're going to walk our hands back towards our feet. Coming into our forward fold. See if you can shift your body weight more towards the balls of the feet. If your legs are straight. Let's walk our hands over to the left. Take a deep breath. You could bend a little bit into that left leg, bending the left knee, keeping the right leg straight. Walking to the other side. You could keep both legs straight, or you could bend that right knee just a little bit, straighten the left. Take a deep breath in, bring it back to center. We're going to tuck our tail and roll up, nice and slow. Stepping towards the front of our mat. Take a deep breath in, hands can come to your chest. We're going to forward fold, lengthening the spine as we do so. From here, you can bring your hands to your shins or keep your fingers towards the toes and lift the chest. So you could have your fingers down or hands on shins. Reach the crown of the head out. Take a deep breath in And then forward fold. We're going to step the right leg back and then the left. Downward facing dog. We're going to come forward and onto our knees. Side plank. Option. Take the left leg out. The left hand comes more center. We're going to roll open. Option to lift that back leg. Option to bend it. Kicking. The hand touches the foot. You could kick into the hand and open the chest. So remember, just stopping where it feels best in your body. Take a deep breath in. Let's reach it up and bring it back to center. Let's do the other side. Right leg kicks out. You could stop right here. You could lift the leg, hold it here, or bend, kicking into the hand. Open the chest. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath in. Let's release it. Arm comes up. Bring it back down. Tuck your tail. Curl your toes. Lift up. Taking the right leg up into the sky. We're going to step that right foot through between the hands. Then what I want you to do is see if you can walk your hands over to the left corner. So it's a reaching over to the left corner. We want to make sure that that front leg does not collapse inward. And we're reaching, and you can feel this stretch in your arm. This is kind of a version of humble warrior. Bring your hand back in. From here, we're going to see if we can come into warrior 2. So I'm going to turn my back foot. I'm going to press and rise up, warrior 2. Hands could be out. Arms straight out. We're going to straighten that front leg. Now, if you feel any instability in the back of your knee, you want to keep a little micro bend in that leg. Option to reach forward and then bring your hand so it rests next to your thigh, or you could grab onto, next to your shin, or you could grab onto your shin. And then rotate your chest open. Triangle pose. This is our pose of the day, Trikonasana. Triangle pose. Requires some strength to come out and to hold. Like if you're not holding on to anything, holding here, strength. Bring it back up. We're going to do reverse. So bring your back hand back behind your body and then reach up and back. Look up towards the sky if that feels good to your neck, or out. Okay, we're going to bring it back. We're going to bend into that front leg. We're going to step it forward, turn. Take a deep breath in, forward fold. Monkey pose. Hands on shins or hands down by your toes. Lift your heart. Exhale back down. This time, left foot gets to lead, right foot gets to lead, stepping back. Okay, coming forward and into plank. We're going to do a staggered plank first. You can always do this on your knees, just like we did previously in the kneeling plank version. So option here is to just pivot onto your sides of your feet. One arm can come up. You can always drop the knee right here and hold it. Or keeping your feet out in front of you, side plank. Bring it back to center. Take a little break in downward dog, restore here. Shifting your body weight to the other side, side plank. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You can always drop that foot. Take a deep breath in, bring it back down. This time the left leg gets to go up into the sky. Actually, this is the right leg. Sorry, right leg gets to go up into the, left leg. Left leg gets to go up into the sky. Step the foot between the hands. And then wherever you are, we're going to walk to the outside corner with our hands. little humble warrior. Bring your hands back. We're going to see if we can transition here into warrior two. So the back foot turns, I press, come into my warrior two. Maybe that stance is a little too wide. You can shift. Breathe. Pose of the day, triangle pose. Remember to keep a little bend in that knee, right? We could reach forward. You could place the hand next to the knee. Arm could come up. You could grab onto your shin. You could use a block here if you like. Breathe. Side body strength wherever you are. Now using your side body strength, come up. Reaching back arm around. Reverse. Breathe. Take a deep breath in. Let's bring it back to warrior two. We're going to pick up that back heel and transition into mountain pose. Turn and step. Take a deep breath in. Maybe resist any urge to change how you are, your body, your hair, your outfits, your clothes. Just feel. Slowing the heart rate back down with some deep breaths. Now we're going to bring our thighs together for a twisted version of chair pose. So option first, thighs together. We're going to squeeze towards the center line, and then we're just going to rotate one direction and then slowly back through center. Other direction. Nice and slow. Lengthening the spine as you go. And this might be where you want to stay. Let's bring it back to center. Option here is to come a little bit lower and take your elbow to your outer knee and then press into your hands and maybe get your hands to press towards your sternum. Breathe. Keeping your knees back behind your toes. Take a deep breath in. Let's bring it back to center. Could try the other side. Elbow to the outside of the knee. Press into your hands. Rotate the spine. Bring it back to center. We're going to stand up. We're going to spread our legs a little bit. Maybe wide-legged stance. And then bring your hands back to your low back and just lean into your hands, letting yourself open up your front body after that big hip flexion we just did. Opening up the chest. Okay. Let's take a little twist just to reestablish some balance in the left and the right sides of the body. We're going to find our way down and into a seated position. We're going to take one leg long and the other one we're going to bring in towards the thigh. And I want you to sit up as straight as you can. Now, option for side bending is to bring your arm to the inside of the leg and then the arm comes up and over. If that is not something you want to do, you could turn your chest and then reach the opposite hand across the body. So this is option one, side bend. It's pretty intense, right? Option 2 is just to bring your hand down and to bring your body forward. So wherever you are, we want to really pay attention to the back side. So your low back, the low back side of the body. Take some deep breaths. And as we come up, we're going to lengthen the spine. Let's take the other leg long, doing the same thing we did on the other side. So I actually did 2 poses. Side body option. Hand comes down, and then this side body option. Okay, take a deep breath in. Slowly find your way up. We're going to come over and onto our side, planting our hands, stacking our knees. We're going to lean into the curvature of our spine. So see if you can get your spine to curve down towards the mat. If you're not feeling anything in your ribs or in the side body, you could take your arm out a little bit further. And then maybe your chin towards your shoulder. Breathe into the ribs. You could touch them. Pat them, tap them. Okay, from here, we're going to bring the hand down. We're going to come onto into a side plank option. If you have sensitivity in your elbows, this might not be comfortable, so you could do side plank with your on your hands. You could also pad your elbow lightly. We're going to bring our feet out, and we're going to see if we can get our body straight here. So my feet are to the back, and my knees are trying to line up as if I'm standing up, right? So I'm lined up. Arm can come up, and then you could lift. My elbow's not in the right spot, so lifting. This could be your side plank option, and you could bring it up and down. If you want to, you could try full on side plank. So we're going to come up and onto our feet. So we're going to find that position, lift, bring it up, hold it, breathe. You could always come up and down. Shaking happens. Bring it back down. Let's go to the other side. Super good for your side body strength building. First, we open up the ribs. Could tap. Okay, let's bring our elbow down. Knees can come back in line with the rest of your spine. Setting up for side plank, reaching the arm up, and then maybe lifting the pelvis up. Could do a couple pulses here. And then setting up for full side plank if you like to try that. Stacking your feet, lifting your pelvis up. Reach up towards the sky. My feet are stacked. Breathe. Shaking happens here. One more deep breath in. And then exhale back down. Okay. Let's roll onto our back body and draw our knees into our chest, giving them a nice hug. You could tuck your head, tucking the chin, lifting the head, and lengthening the back of your neck. So this is time for final relaxation. If there's anything that you'd like to do prior to final relaxation, maybe moving your arms a little bit, maybe rolling out your wrists, checking in with your hips, remembering to place your spine flat on the ground without the use of a pillow or a block. And then bringing your arms out beside your body, palms up. Some modifications you could do here with your knees bent or pillow under the knees. But this is the time, this is actually the really important work that we do in yoga practice, is to stay present, to watch emotions, sounds, feelings, sensations, thoughts arise, and then just watch them to dissipate. So even thoughts that we have that are like angry or bad or judgmental, or even good thoughts, right? They come and they go. Just watching how they appear in consciousness and how they disappear. Emotions especially. So we might feel sad or angry or joyful. Becoming familiar with all that arises and disappears during our practice. You might sense an opening. Maybe a silence. Maybe you can find those spaces between one thought and the next, expanding out. Floating, buoyancy, freedom. Feeling free to stay here as long as you are able or desire. Otherwise, rolling over onto your side body. Just noticing which side you rolled over on, left or right. Which side to the earth, which side to the sky. Then using your hands and pressing up and into seated. Nice tall spine. Could bring your hands together and thank you, self, for coming to your yoga practice today. Namaste.